Aliens, directed by James Cameron, is the sequel to the first Alien film, where our main character Ripley, played once again by Sigourney Weaver, has been in cryosleep hibernation for quite some time. She's been floating around ever since the first film, and it's been 57 years, and finally a salvage team finds her. And when she wakes up, no one seems to be concerned with anything that she has to say or any of her warnings. And in time, they realize that she might be onto something. And they have her come back and assist a crew of Marines in an attempt to vanquish these creatures that appear to have taken down a colony on the moon, LV-426. Now, James Cameron took a risk, and it paid off for him. Instead of using the same formula that most sequels nowadays do when the first film is successful, he gave it a new spin, transforming it from a slow burn suspense thriller to a masterclass sci-fi action film, and yet continuing the story with the same ideas and themes without having to reboot it or do cheap time travel to fix everything. Yeah, X-Men, I'm talking about you. Now let's talk about some of this film's achievements. Not only does this film look spectacular, the effects have been vastly improved. We get to see more of the creatures on screen, more close-ups, and here it doesn't hurt it. It knows when to do it, and it's not in your face the whole movie like other sci-fi films tend to do. And it's all due to great directing and top-notch effects. The alien's movement is much more fluid and realistic. There is a great amount of detail put into the design of the aliens, and it looks all freaking great. The movie also fixes some issues that the original movie had, with characters that are more fleshed out, even bits of humor that are interjected into this film, which adds a bit more of humanity to it all, despite the fact that it's still a pretty serious and scary film. Now, there are two versions of this film, the theatrical and the special edition. I still don't know which one I like better. I think the special edition does give us more insight on Ripley, that kind of 57 years have gone by and everything she ever cared about is gone. So when we come across the character of Newt and we see that Ripley starts gravitating towards this child as if it were her own, it makes for a much more powerful scene, knowing that she was once a mother. And if you don't watch that special edition, you kind of miss out on that. There are other extended scenes in the special edition, and they're kind of unnecessary, and they lengthen the movie. And there are places in the theatrical version that need to be cut down, and the fact that the special edition extends some of those scenes just hurts the movie in the long run. As for problems, there isn't any big ones really, but I think the second act could have been cut down. There are moments where I want to fast forward the scene because nothing is happening. They'll be like walking on a platform for like 20 minutes and there'll be barely any dialogue, and I'm like, all right, let's move along here. It's an action film, let's go. Because I know that there's a bunch of action happening in the next act, and I'm like, come on, we get to that already. So you kind of want to just like fast forward through some of those scenes, but I'm really nitpicking here at this point. Also, the aliens aren't as intimidating as the ones in the first Alien film. I don't know, maybe it's the new design, but the original is still much more intimidating and scary. I don't know, maybe it was because of the camera work, how it slowly zoomed in and it was taking its time to show the alien, and so when he's coming out of the shadows, it's just a more horrifying scene seeing that. And it took a while to get rid of that alien, whereas some of these other aliens in this movie took one shot to the head and it's like, huh, well that was pretty easy. So they seem weaker in this movie. Yes, the alien queen is stronger and yeah, looks pretty cool, but those other aliens, they're not as intimidating, even though they should be the same alien from the first film. Also, the character of Newt in this film at times got a little bit on my nerves, a bit. She kind of felt like Lois Lane at times, always just kind of being in the way, putting other people's lives in jeopardy to save her. But she was a great addition, especially if you watch the special edition. It definitely strengthened Ripley's character, knowing that she was a mother, and this was like her chance to be motherly. Because she missed her opportunity because she's been stuck in space for 57 years. So in all, we have another great alien film that took it to the next level in terms of sci-fi action films. And so with that being said, I'm going to be giving Aliens an A-. Yeah, I'm going to give it the same grade as Alien. I still think Alien might be a little bit better in terms of just the alien design and the suspense, though Aliens is probably the more rewatchable film and much more fun to watch. barely any issues with any of these films. So do give these movies a try if you haven't seen them, because they still, all of them hold up pretty well, especially Aliens. The effects are still really good, even to today's standards. If you have any thoughts, please do comment them down below in the comment section. Which Alien film do you prefer? And anything about the Alien franchise, because I'm going to be reviewing all the films these upcoming weeks. Please comment your thoughts down below, and if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up down there on the bottom, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys next time for more unboxings, reviews, and movie news.